This is a sample from Colby Gray's new book. You can read the entire series on Amazon using the links below. Subscribe here on YouTube for updates about new and upcoming book releases only from Colby Gray.
The door swung open behind him and he turned in the chair, the leather groaning under his weight. Jess stood there, one hand on the knob, the other holding a tumbler of something amber, whiskey probably. Her tank top clung to her chest, the straps thin enough to show the tan lines from the cruise, and her cut-off shorts rode low on her hips. Her damp hair was tucked behind one ear, and she had that look, like she knew something he didn't. "You're brooding," she said, stepping inside and kicking the door shut with her heel. It thudded closed, muffling the faint sound of Claire's laughter downstairs. "Not brooding," Ethan said, leaning back and crossing his arms. "Thinking." "Same difference with you," she shot back, crossing the room with slow, deliberate steps. Her bare feet slapped softly against the floor. She stopped at the desk, leaning her hip against the edge, and held out the tumbler. "Brought you a drink. Figured you'd need it after Victoria's little bombshell." Ethan took the glass, their fingers brushing for a second. Her skin was warm, and he caught a whiff of her shampoo, something crisp, like mint. "Thanks," he said, tipping the glass back for a sip. Whiskey, neat, with a bite that warmed his throat. He set it on the desk, next to the blueprints, and nodded at them. "Just looking at some old stuff, trying to clear my head." Jess glanced down, her eyes scanning the paper. She tilted her head, resting her weight on one hand as she leaned closer, her tank top dipping just enough to show the curve of her breasts. Ethan's gaze flicked there, then back up, fast. She didn't notice, or didn't care. "This your work?" she asked, tapping the blueprint with a finger. "Looks ancient. You still draw everything by hand?" "Yeah," he said, shrugging. "Old habit, works for me." She smirked, straightening up and crossing her arms under her chest, which only made the tank top situation worse, or better, depending on how he looked at it. "You're such a dinosaur," she said. What is this, the 90s? You need to get with the times, architect." He raised an eyebrow, taking another sip of whiskey. "What, like you and your fancy tech job, clicking buttons all day?" "Exactly," she said, grinning. "Efficiency, Ethan. Ever heard of it?" She pushed off the desk and walked around to his side, her hip brushing his arm as she leaned over to study the blueprint again. "Seriously, though, you're wasting time with this pencil crap. You should be on CAD." "CAD?" he said, setting the tumbler down with a soft clink. "That's for kids who can't draw straight lines." Jess laughed, a sharp, quick sound that filled the room. "Oh, please. It's faster, cleaner, and you can undo shit when you screw up, which you do, don't pretend." She reached across him, her arm brushing his chest, and grabbed the laptop from the corner of the desk. She flipped it open, the screen flickering to life, and plopped it onto the blueprints covering half the sketch. "Come on, I'll set it up for you. You'll thank me later." Ethan leaned back, watching her fingers fly across the keys. "I don't need a babysitter," he said, but there was a grin tugging at his mouth. "I've got this under control." "Bullshit," she said, not looking up. "You're still scratching lines on paper like it's a cave wall. Move over." She nudged his chair with her knee, and he rolled it to the side, the wheels squeaking. She slid into the space, half sitting on the desk, her shorts riding up as she bent over the laptop. Ethan's eyes lingered on her legs, long, toned, still golden from the cruise.
Colby Gray's books are available for purchase on Amazon and Kindle Unlimited. He releases new books every month. You can subscribe here and follow Colby's author page on Amazon to be notified when there is a new release.